Hello everybody, my name is Zlatko Jovicic and this is my first YouTube video in English. Actually, I made some YouTube videos but without showing my face. Anyway, since this is the first video in English, I'll talk about two main topics today. The first is whether non-native English speakers should use English or their native language in making YouTube videos. And the second topic is what is the place of YouTube general in the ecosystem of entertainment content that we all spend a lot of time with, but that also competes with many other types of content. So my question is, where is the place of YouTube and what value it can provide to viewers? So this is a question that I have been thinking about a lot since starting my first YouTube channel in Serbian. After I started making my own videos, I also started thinking about what I want to see on YouTube as a viewer. So this will be my second topic today. But let's get back to the first topic, so English. My opinion is that most people should make videos primarily in their native language, that is, in my case, Serbian. And this is what I've already been doing on my Serbian YouTube channel. The reason for this is that good content should be available in all the languages in the world. So it makes no sense to make everything just in English. People should contribute to their local scene, to their local culture, especially if they are familiar with some global ideas, with some ideas that come from English-speaking countries, and if they want to bring those ideas and those concepts into their local community, they should by all means make YouTube videos in their native language. However, I also think that there is place and time for people who are not native English speakers to also make content in English. And here's my philosophy about that. First of all, I think the global community should also see diversity of opinions, opinions of people from all around the world and not just from English-speaking countries. Second thing, people from other countries should also inform the global culture about their own culture, their own viewpoints, their own worldviews, their own values, etc. So if there is something interesting about life where you live, by all means you should tell it to the whole world, and in order to tell it to the whole world you need to use English for that. So as someone who lives in Bosnia and Herzegovina, in Republika Srpska, sometimes I hope to make some videos in which I will talk about life here in Bosnia, in Balkans, about our way of life, our customs, our habits, etc. What I like about living here, what I don't like about living here, how I see the world from my own perspective here as a person in Balkans, etc. So this is one type of content that I'll be making on this channel in English. The other type of content is if I really have some original viewpoint that I want to share with the world. So if I'm making videos in Serbian about well-known concepts that are already widespread in English-speaking internet, then I can make videos even if they are not very original. But if I have some new insight, if I have some new original idea, then it makes sense to share this idea, not just in my native language but also in English, so that whole world can see it. And now the third reason why I started making videos in English as well is completely selfish, egoistical, and that is because I want to practice my own English. I already write in English. I have a blog, jovex.substack.com, but it's not the same thing to write in English and to speak in English. To be a fully proficient user of this language, you need also to speak, and to feel as a part of a global culture, to feel like you are not excluded from all this. You also need to be heard, not just read. And this is the reason why I also want to make videos in English in which I actually speak, in which I use my own voice to share my ideas. Okay, so that is linguistic question. The second question is what kind of YouTube content do I appreciate and what I want to see more, what kinds of content I want to see more, and what kinds of content I'm sort of fed up with and don't care too much about. So here we go. First, educational videos. When I say educational videos, I mean videos that really go in depth and try to teach you something, to actually teach you something. And there are many fantastic videos on YouTube. Sometimes people upload entire courses that teach you programming, that teach you languages, that teach you do it yourself and things like that, recipes. This is, in my opinion, some of the very best content that you can find on YouTube. I really appreciate true educational content. That's the first category. Second category, edutainment. This is the type of videos that typically cover some very advanced topics from attractive fields of science, such as theoretical physics, or, I don't know, biology, psychiatry, medicine, etc. And they try to explain some very complicated topic to lay audience in the simple terms. So those are videos like Veritasium, Kurzgesagt, Up and Datum, etc. I'm ambivalent about this type of content. On one hand, it can be interesting to watch, but on the other hand, I always feel at least somewhat like I'm losing my time and not getting much value from that type of content. First of all, because these videos can't really teach you anything. You will not become an expert in quantum physics. You will not truly understand the general relativity after watching a Kurzgesagt video. These videos are primarily entertainment. And when it comes to their educational content and purpose, I think their only purpose is to arouse curiosity in you. And if you become interested in some topic, then you can go and search more on your own and go more in depth and perhaps decide to study it seriously, etc. So to get some basic information and perhaps to arouse your curiosity, they are good, but for anything else, I think they are just glorified type of entertainment, and not too good type of entertainment either, because when we are in entertainment mode, I think it makes sense, it makes more sense to actually read books with characters, or to watch movies, or to watch TV shows in which people have some artistic vision, in which they make a whole story, a narrative about something, so that you can empathize with those characters, you can identify with them, you can get in their heads and feel them emotionally. I think entertainment should always be at least somewhat connected to art and to artistic expression. So everything that contains elements of fiction is, in my opinion, better as pure entertainment rather than things that are non-fiction, that just explain things. Okay, so the third category of videos are travel videos, videos with actual footage from various places all around the world, where people report their experiences, their encounter with local culture, their encounter with people on various places and life in various places in the world. I really like these videos. I think they provide a lot of value, and YouTube is a perfect video for this, because you typically don't find such kind of travel videos on Netflix or on traditional TV. YouTube is perfect for that, and there are many people who do very good job of portraying different locations all around the world and showing interesting footage. Not only is this eye candy, but this also arouses actual curiosity about different peoples, different cultures. So travel videos are one of my most interesting videos, and I really, my most favorite videos, and I really appreciate them. Now, the fourth category are video essays. You all know video essays, things like Philosophy Tube, etc. Different creators that make almost a documentary, trying to make a case for something, to express some central idea, and they make a mini documentary and upload it on YouTube. This is the genre that I'm most conflicted about. On one hand, they can be really good if they are well made, but on the other hand, these video essays can easily turn into another type of edutainment that just explain some very well-known talk points without adding anything new, without adding anything original. And more often than not, in those video essays you have more emphasis on production value, on being polished, on being well made in technical sense, rather than on actual things being said. But still, these types of videos, if they are well made, they can be excellent. I can't deny it. But this is the genre that you can find very different levels of quality, from very good to very bad and completely misguided. Now another category of videos is this that I'm making right now, and I really appreciate these types of videos. I wouldn't make them like that if I didn't appreciate them. Those are the videos that are mostly unedited, in which people express their own viewpoints on some topics, in which they show some vulnerability, authenticity, without pre-written script. They can sometimes have a small concept, like on a sheet of paper they can write, I will say this, but generally the video is improvised, and they try to share some original idea, something that they really feel and that they want to say to the world, without caring that much about it being a content, a polished professional product. I think this is what YouTube was originally supposed to be: a democratic medium that will allow normal people to share certain ideas with the world, to express their own ideas, to take stance on various topics that don't have always to be prepared in advance, polished, etc. I also like this type of videos because when people make short pauses, when they say, you know, when they make those small mistakes, this accomplishes two things. First, it shows that you are human, that you are a normal person, that the viewer can identify with. And the second thing, if you are explaining something really complicated to your audience and you need to make a pause to think, this pause will also help your audience think and better understand you, rather than videos in which you cut out all the pauses and you talk very fast and it seems like a polished, perfect product, but in which you also seem too perfect to be true, and in which you seem like a robot. And this is something that is now very prevalent on YouTube, and I don't like it that much, mainly because there's too little variation. Every video is the same, that's the problem. And they are too fast, and people lose the track of what's being said. You can't really connect with such type of videos. Of course they can be good, there are always exceptions, but I'm a bit frustrated by extreme predominance of such types of videos. I appreciate more variety, and I appreciate more raw, authentic quality when I can actually see and observe the thinking process in another person, when I can be with them while they are thinking. It's much better to connect with a thinking person, with someone who actually thinks and you can observe their thinking process, rather than with someone who just talks like they know everything that they want to say by heart. Now, this is the main genre, but there are also sub-genres of this type of videos. For example, videos in which people make confessions, talk about their life and their experiences. These videos are also very good. They sometimes allow for establishment of those parasocial connections, which I'm not a big fan of, but sometimes they can be meaningful, sometimes they can happen, and sometimes they can be worthwhile. There are communities around certain YouTubers based on those parasocial relationships. When someone really expresses their life story, their real experiences, the things they really encountered in their life, this provides unique new value to the viewers, because those are not repeated talk points, those are not concepts that are already written in some textbook. This is something new, this is something that only that person can share with you and no one else, because only that person lived through all this. So when they express their own, when they talk about their own experiences, when they confess it, this is something I really appreciate, because this also shows true vulnerability and authenticity. So those are pretty much the main genres that come to mind right now. If I think of some other genres that may be interesting to mention, I may make another video in which I will discuss them. For now, this is all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and that's it for now. Thanks for watching.